had the privilege of visiting Her Majesty's Prison in Send to witness firsthand the work that they're doing with inmates to prepare them for their release. It was an inspirational visit. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to Dina, who through textiles and painting projects that the prison has created with the support of the Watts Gallery artists in residence, dreams of one day becoming an artist. It was giving these women hope, Mr. Chairman. Just last week, I was at Watts Gallery to say thank you and farewell to Perdita Hunt for her 13 years as a director, where she has, to quote the chairman of the trustees, turned it from a quiet backwater into a cultural powerhouse, and in the process raised the profile of Surrey enormously. The Watts Gallery was a fitting location because I was reminded that of that most notable Surrey resident from whom the gallery took its name, the sculptor and painter George Frederick Watts. It was the 200th anniversary of Watts' birth earlier this year, and arguably his most famous piece of work is of a despondent and blindfolded child who's sitting on top of a globe, picking on a one-string harp to make music. It's a message of belief. The name of that painting, Mr. Chairman, is Hope. And it is my hope that despite the huge challenges we face as a council, we can still make a positive difference to the lives of Surrey residents. Mr. Chairman, belief in the face of adversity has become a familiar feeling for those of us in local government. By the end of this financial year, we would have made well over £500 million worth of savings since 2010. We all know the additional maritime savings we have to make over the next few years. I've mentioned it when I've stood at this podium many times before. People are living longer. We all know that. The birth rate is growing rapidly. We all know that. The need for our services is increasing year on year, while central government funding is decreasing. We certainly all know that. In short, we have to do more for less. But this council doesn't shy away from a challenge. Instead, we've been focused on finding new ways of delivering services and are doing more with our partners than ever before. A number of our district and borough colleagues have signed up to our joint waste contract so we can manage our waste services as one team. There are highway schemes in Tunsgate in Guildford, the Mediterranean scheme in Surrey Heat, and Church Street in Leatherhead, and we've been carrying out work on behalf of those boroughs. Our Orbis partnership with East Sussex and Brighton and Hove Council has enabled us to streamline back office services, share knowledge and expertise, and save millions of pounds in the process. We're also working with our district and borough colleagues on a housing strategy, and I've identified several dozen sites to deal with the chronic housing shortage. And finally, Mr. Chairman, just last month you wrote to me to express your delight at the signing of the Health and Social Care Devolution Pledge for Surrey Heartlands, which will significantly improve care in our area. Mr. Chairman, I could go on giving you examples after examples, but the fact is that, on their own, these schemes are not enough. The national pot needs to be fairly distributed. Our financial position is holding us back. It is vital, absolutely vital, that we receive some clarity from central government on fairer funding to ensure our funding decisions are made on the basis of genuine need. And it is vital, absolutely vital, that central government gets on with the work to achieve fairer funding in local government and provide some clarity on the business rates retention so taxes collected from Surrey businesses can be spent here in Surrey. Mr. Chairman, it is absolutely clear from the ballot box at the local election that residents trust us to protect and enhance the services that they rely on and upon the value that we put on it. I spent countless hours talking to residents on the subject over the past few months. They want and deserve good schools, good roads, good social and health care for those who need it. Mr. Chairman, that is why I will continue to raise this matter with our Surrey 11 MPs. It's time the central government released the shackles and allowed local government to provide the services that local people want. We were, after all, elected to look after the residents of Surrey. My fear, Mr. Chairman, is that we will continue to have to do that with our hands tied behind our backs. However, I hope to make things better for the residents of Surrey, rather than keep them the same. I hope for a 21st century council to provide 21st century services for 21st century families. I also hope that our MPs use their considerable influence to ensure that central government properly funds the services we provide for the residents of Surrey. Mr. Chairman, that is my hope, and I'll be doing everything in my power to turn it into a reality.